This house is a fucking prison on planet bullshit. In the galaxy of this sucks camel dicks.
Woo! I'm just saying, my wife said you need to shave, okay? Your hair's all over the place as far as my beard goes. I think it looks adorable. Oh, look at this. I could almost braid my beard hair. I think that's a good length. Guys, don't you hate it if somebody's like, I think your beard's getting just a little too crazy, okay? You might want to do something about it. I like it. I like it. I have a shit chin, right? When I found out when I took my kids to the dentist that when I was little, basically, if I had maybe they did offer it, I don't know, but basically they could have put something in my mouth that would have pushed my jaw back out to where it normally should be, so I wouldn't have an overbite and stuff like that. So now I cover up my flaws on my face with my beard, like a normal man should. Okay. Also, there is science behind having a beard. Means I can take a punch a little bit better, which I don't plan on getting punched in the face. But hey, I'm just saying, my dog's over here and he's howling because I'm talking so loud. He's like, God, make it stop for the love of God. Anyway, yeah, come on. If you see me now in like an upcoming video and I have like braids in my beard, it means I'm winning, okay? But if you see me and it's trimmed down a bit, it means I'm losing. But I will never, unless it's an accident, shave off all my facial hair because it's just terrifying. I don't like it. Don't like it one bit. This is my stand. This is my stand against my wife. I will not be pushed around and told to shave my beard and trim it to make it look acceptable for her. I will be, stray hairs all about. That's the freedom that I wish for and the freedom I'm fighting for at this moment. Sure, there's other things I could be, standing my ground on in regards to life. But no, this is where I plant my flag. Anyway, hope you guys are having a great day. It's funny too, because she didn't even like make a big deal out of it. She's like, "Can you shave?" And I'm like, "No, I will not." She's like, okay, I guess. Why do you think I have this beard comb, huh? For looks? No. I like it. And my beard's long enough where I can just leave it in there. That's how thick my beard is. I like that. As I'm brushing my hair, my beard during the show. Anyway, you guys don't care. You don't. And I know it. I know it to be fact. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a great day. Hit that like button wherever you're watching this or listening. And also hit the subscribe button as well. Blah, blah, blah. Spitting all over myself. I had to clean off my computer screen yesterday because it was just covered in dried spit. You guys know what that's like. I don't know if you know this, but cum streaks. That's from the movie Clerks. If you've never seen it, it's hilarious. Anyway, let's move along from that joke. Just remember today's show is brought to you by Roof Goat USA, as well as Bet Online. In fact, Bet Online is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for online betting in 2025. I was just looking at an email from my buddy Jimmy with Bet Online, and he was giving me the odds on who is going to be the next team that houses DK Metcalf. And a lot of people are like, well, I wouldn't want him. He's too expensive. But shoot, man, if you could get him, I like that guy. Great hands and is just a beast and a son of a bitch to tackle. Love it. Anyway, so go check out. They got so many things on betonline.ag. Whether you're a seasoned fan or a first-time bettor, BetOnline is your ultimate game day companion with the largest selection of odds on everything from the NBA, college basketball, to NHL and UFC. BetOnline continues to be your number one sports betting source. From every three-pointer to hat trick, BetOnline has you covered with odds, stats, and more for every game, every play, and every win. Go to betonline.ag right now. It's BetOnline. The game starts here. Speaking of starting, let's go ahead and do it. Let's fire it up. Let's jump into those headlines.
Let's go! Let's go!
And now, here are the headlines.
As a parent, I realize this is a very important game for our kids to play. And when you were a kid, you probably played it. And going back and thinking about it, you're like, yeah, I did learn some shit from that. Monopoly. Monopoly is a great game for people to understand business transactions on a very small beginner level, and about how to manage cash, again, at a very beginner level. But it's important. Negotiations and stuff like that. It's a good game. My wife and I with our kids, teaching them how to play it. At first, it's boring, a little complicated. Now they like the game. They do. But here's what's annoying, and part of that is learning to count, like I said, money. Hasbro, the company that makes Monopoly, has announced an updated version of the world popular game. It's replacing the cash and the banker with a mobile app that handles all of the transactions for you. Basically, this is Monopoly for dummies because that's what you're creating. Why do you need to replace it? Because numbers are hard. Oh, golly. Okay, guys, we're forcing our future to go down a path of just stupidity. You're making the future dumber, and it's starting with Monopoly. Come on. Do you think the Monopoly guy's going to be sitting over there going, this is a great idea. Let's make people stupider. Yeah, apparently he is. A smartphone or tablet will take over the banker role through Monopoly app banking, which keeps track of each player's money and their properties. The game is expected to release at major retailers this August for $24.99, though the mobile app that will accompany it is free. I don't like this at all. Come on. It's not that hard to count. And it's good for, dexterity, like for kids to be able to handle cash. I know we want to go to crypto and all that other nonsense, but they need to know how to handle shit. My goodness. So fucking dumb. So dumb. Am I overreacting? Because part of me thinks I am. Be like, oh, stand back, old man. This is the wave of the future where we don't know nothing. Come on. Come on. I'm thinking back to the original characters, the pieces of Monopoly. They had the cannon, thimble. Nobody wanted to be the thimble. Top hat, lame. Iron, why? Battleship was cool. And boot. The newer versions have like the laptop. There's a sports car. Let's see. There's like a dildo. I don't know. I just think, I don't know what the new ones are. But those all kind of, the battleship, and then when you look at the new one, the car, that's pretty cool. I don't like this with Monopoly. Here's the other thing, by the way. I know they're saying this is coming out in August. FYI, you might want to start doing your Christmas shopping now because toys are going to be a lot more expensive starting around fall due to the tariffs. So go ahead. If you want to save a buttload of money, get ahead of it. Get ahead of it and start buying stuff now. I'm saving you, okay? When you save that extra of whatever the hell it ends up being, you can thank me. You're welcome. Meanwhile, everybody else is going to be shelling out extra cash. Speaking of like games, we talked about this a little while ago when it went on the auction block, and we didn't know how much it was going to sell for. It's that Pokemon shaped Cheeto that looks like, I don't know if I'm saying this right. I never did Pokemon. My son has some Pokemon cards. Charizard? Charizard? I don't know if that's how you say it. But anyway, guess how much it sold at auction? It's a Cheeto, okay, that hasn't been manipulated. This is how it came off the line. Guess how much it sold for at auction? $88,000 for a Cheeto that looks like a Pokemon character. Oh, just FYI, people are dumb. Because why would you waste your money on that? Who would do that? Unless you work for Pokemon, you're like the creator, then I guess I could justify it. Everybody else, you deserve to get kicked in the dick for that, right? Again, I say this all the time. I'm a broken record, but if your significant other came home and was just like, guess what I bought? Hold on. How much did you spend? $88,000. Okay. Is it made of gold? No. No. Okay. Can it make our family happier? No, I don't know. Maybe. Is it going to make us money? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Well, anyway, what is it? It's a Pokemon-shaped Cheeto. After several kicks to the groin, your significant other will leave you. Because that's the dumbest fucking purchase you can make. And again, like even if you invite your friends over, you know they're going to be judging you. If you don't know that, you're an idiot. Because if I go over to somebody's house and they're like, Duff, you got to check this out. I went to auction and I bought this Cheeto that looks like a Pokemon. It spent like $88,000. And they're going to say that kind of quietly. But like, check it out. I've never pimp slapped somebody, but I feel like this is a great opportunity to do so. Whack. Right? My God, people, stop it. Stop it. But it makes me want to, like, when I eat Cheetos and chips, to really take a moment and be like, what does this look like? Does it look like anything? Or should I just eat it? This looks like a snake. Let's sell it for $5,000. Somebody would buy it. This is the snake from the movie Anaconda. It looks like a lumpy Cheeto. It is, but it's also the snake from Anaconda. The one that Ice Cube fought, okay? I'm just saying, he was in that movie, right? Right? I don't know. Come on, people. Come on. You could do so much better with your money. Okay? Probably somebody that works for the government bought it. Just saying. Let's buy dumb shit. Okay. We knew this was coming. We've been talking about it for years, the past several years. And now a big company is saying, listen, this is starting to happen. McDonald's is set to employ AI at 43,000 locations in order to speed up service. And this is what they're quoted saying: technology solutions will alleviate the stress. This has been on the writing has been on the wall. We knew that one of the first industries to really embrace AI technology would be restaurants. We knew that. There's going to be some other jobs out there or industries out there that are a little bit more secure. Restaurants, we kind of knew this was happening. Chipotle has that Chippy robot that makes chips. His name is Chippy. As somebody that used to work at Chipotle back in the day, it's a pretty fucking simple job. Pretty simple. And then, McDonald's, they're going to have these AI robots and machines in the kitchen, and it's basically going to cut their staff more than in half. You can basically have one person that's essentially on staff, if even that. Because at the end of the day, McDonald's is about making money, and they don't give a shit about employing people. They want to make money. And ultimately, customers just want their food to come out quickly and to taste good. Listen, I get that it's like, oh man, you're taking away jobs. Yeah, but there's a lot of people that suck at their jobs, and this is basically on them. In a weird way, yes, you're part of the equation of why they're going, let's just move towards this AI thing. There's some great employees out there. Don't get me wrong. But the people that suck at their job, the people that fuck up making a burger, fuck up making chicken nuggets, stuff like that, sell, fries that have been sitting out for like 5-10 hours and taste like garbage. You're part of the equation of why this is happening. It's not all your fault. It's not. But you have added to that equation that has led the McDonald's corporation to go, this is better. It's going to be more beneficial to the customer, and it's going to be more beneficial to their bottom line. They're probably going to end up having less waste, and it's going to be a lot more efficient. Here's what I want, though. I get that McDonald's is doing this, but they need to have some fun with it, right? You go in there as a customer because you placed your order either at the kiosk there, or maybe you ordered ahead and you're like, I'll go pick it up in the lobby. I want to go in there and I want to see like a fucking Terminator robot in there handing my food. Here's your food. Enjoy. Something like that. That'd be great. Where's the cheeseburger? That's a horrible Arnold Schwarzenegger voice. Your clothes. Give them to me now. You're like, I just came in here for a quarter pounder with cheese. I'm not taking off my clothes, sir. Are you, sir? You're an AI robot. I don't know. I'm so confused right now. Do I take my pants off? It's so weird. So weird. That would be cool. I'm trying to think of all the other robots out there. You got, Wall-E from whatever Pixar or Disney movie, whatever that was. You had the one short circuit robot. It's kind of the same thing as Wall-E. Is there other good robots out there that would be awesome? I think the Terminator would be the best one. And if they don't even do commercials with Arnold Schwarzenegger as the Terminator because of this, I'm going to be very disappointed. Do you want your burger now? Yes. Here's your French fries. The ice cream machine is broken. Actually, what's going to be interesting, if they do this, I bet the ice cream machine is actually working more often. Do you know why? Because it's not employees going, I want to make ice cream, so let's just say it's broken. I know that's the case for some. So that's interesting. You tell me, does that bug you? Does it concern you? Or you're like, nah, I get it from all sides, because I understand that McDonald's is all about making money. They're also about making sure that the product that's going out the door is what they are expecting to go out the door. How many times do you go to a restaurant, especially quick serve, and you get it and you're like, one, it's missing something, or it's cold, it's undercooked, or overcooked. It just tastes like garbage. That happens a lot. Then you go to another location and maybe it's like say a month from then you go to another location and it's exactly what you would expect. It's good. So I understand the inconsistencies are going to be taken care of eventually. They're going to be a lot more, you know, what would that be? Assembly line, and it's going to be taken care of. It's going to be much more efficient. So, but it's also taken away jobs from people. That's the downside. That's a good starting job for young kids. My first jobs were one working at Safeway, bagging groceries, and then checking people out. Eventually moved into IT, but it was a good starting job. And then I worked at Jamba Juice. Then I worked at where else did I work at? We'll give a condensed version of where I've worked in restaurants. I worked at Subway. I worked at Quiznos. I worked at Chipotle. All great starting jobs to learn work ethic and learn how to do certain things, how to manage money, all that. So that's going to be a problem because now the kids are going to have to do something else. Not like there's other options, but eventually this AI and AI robotics are going to start bleeding over into other industries and start subtracting job opportunities. We don't need to go down this rabbit hole too much, but eventually, what the fuck are we going to do? You got like two options? I don't know. Eventually we're going to source out our job opportunities. Then what are people going to do? Sit there with our thumbs up our ass. That's what's going to happen. I don't know. I'm making dumb videos for TikTok, and that's how I get paid. I don't. Oh, God, gross. That's a weird thing to think about. Anyway, you let me know. Does that concern you or not? We got more coming your way. Some really good stuff. But first, when it comes to roof repairs, you want the best. And same goes for your fence. You deserve the best. You deserve to go with the GOAT. So, yeah, what you need to do for all your roofing and fencing needs, contact the GOAT. Roof Goat USA is teamed up with Fence Goat LLC, and they're here for you. They've been in business for 23 years. They understand the headache that comes with fixing a roof and fences, and they're all about putting a smile on your face, whether it's a repair, replacement, insurance claims, which are really frustrating. They got you. They got you. Roof Goat USA's experienced professionals are committed to delivering reliable and durable solutions, and they prioritize the safety and comfort of your family, ensuring that your home is well protected against the elements. It's stunning to see what they do to make sure that they protect your house and your family and your vehicles. It's really cool. For all your roofing and fencing needs, contact the GOAT. Nobody does it better than them. That's why they go by the GOAT. Text Eric 303 495 4630. Again, 303 495 4630. He's insanely fast at responding to your calls. He is? Again, I've said it before. Dude has holsters for his cell phone. He does. He might have two of them. He might switch it around just to keep himself on the edge. Roof Goat USA, the leader in residential roofing applications, their commitment to quality and excellence ensures that your home is protected with the best roofing solutions available. You trust them. You trust me. Trust me when I tell you, you can trust them to deliver unmatched service and superior craftsmanship that stands the test of time. They guarantee their work too, which is insane. 30-year coverage from install date. Oh, yeah, I said it. I did. That's all materials and labor for 30 years from date of install. They're the GOAT, guys. You gotta go with the GOAT. Again, text Eric 303 495 4630. 303 495 4630. Experience the Roof Goat USA difference today. Before we jump into sports, an article recently published in the Harvard Business Review found that people can experience meeting hangovers after finishing an unhelpful meeting. How many times have you gone to a meeting at work, whether it's via Zoom or in person, and you sit through it? You're not even halfway through, and you realize this is the biggest waste of our time there ever could be. How many times do you finish a meeting and go, that could have been a freaking email? It could be. That happens a lot. A lot. Me living up on the north end of the Denver metro area, I live in Thornton. When I worked at the radio station, I lived, if it was rush hour traffic, it would take like an hour and a half to get down to the radio station. And there'd be times there would be night meetings. I usually did the mornings, but if I had to go down to a meeting, say that started at 6, I would have to leave my house by about 4:30 just to get there on time, gas, time, blah, 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 for a meeting that a lot of times when I showed up was just a waste of time. And sometimes I just feel like that managers, not all of them, there's a good chunk of managers out there that I feel like that they have meetings just to justify their existence. Do you ever get that feeling from management? Listen, if you're in management, think about it. Think about it. Do I need to have this meeting? Is this something that could be done via Zoom and keep a cap on it? Or is this just something that we could do via an email? I don't think a lot of managers do that. A survey found that more than 90% of employees have suffered from meeting hangovers, defined as a period of diminished focus, motivation, and productivity following a bad meeting. Frustrated workers often continue to reflect and replay what went wrong in their heads and with their colleagues. More than one quarter, 28% of workplace meetings left employees with lingering negative effects. The most common cause of bad meetings were reported to be irrelevance of the topics discussed, lack of clear agenda or objectives, poor time management, lack of accountable outcomes or follow up, unequal or low participation, and ineffective facilitation. Come on, I've said this a lot. There's a lot of managers out there that have no right to manage. Make them take some classes. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, take a class on how to be a manager. That should be mandatory because there's a lot of people out there that they have no fucking clue what they're doing, and they deserve to get kicked in the nards. I'm just saying, it's science. It's science. That's what this is saying. Is basically there's a lot of managers out there that deserve to get kicked in the nuts. Good stuff. Good stuff. If you got a bad management story, you got to share it with us. DeHuffPodcast@gmail.com or @DeHuffPodcast. I want to hear them. You can stay anonymous. Change the names if you need to. Okay? But we need to get that out because that's hilarious. Those are always fun. Speaking of fun, let's jump into some sports.
Going deep, tight ends and long balls.
He starts to come and then he pulls out.
Oh, gross!
It's sports with the Huff.
My buddy Nick Ferguson sent me a text this morning saying, basically just showing the video. And I liked what he was talking about in this video that you can find on YouTube @NickFergShow. And he's talking about the Tush Push. You know, the Eagles, the Philadelphia Eagles are the best in the league at doing it. But Nick Ferguson, in this audio that I'm going to play you, talk about the idea of banning the Tush Push. And just a little background, the Green Bay Packers proposed to the league that they ban the Tush Push. So here's Nick Ferguson talking about it.
There's an idea that the Tush Push needs to be considered illegal in the NFL and just done away with. But let me put things in perspective. Now, there's an idea that based on things that happen from a special team standpoint, when you could not overload the center snapping the ball on the field goal, so those same rules apply to the Tush Push, but they don't. And here's why. When it comes to the safety issues of protecting the long snapper, the center, on field goal PATs, the rule was like, well, that guy has his head down and he's in a vulnerable position, exposing his neck, so you can't overload the center position. That's why the rule has changed, where you cannot overload the long snapper on the PAT field goal, and the guys have to be wider. It doesn't pertain to the Tush Push. All this Tush Push is the evolution of the game, and it's going to continue. At one point, we had the Wildcat offense. It took the league by storm, and no one really could understand how to solve it and defend it until they actually did. Now, go years before that, the Bears in the Super Bowl, and they put Refrigerator Perry in the backfield, and they just plunged through the defense to score on short yardage play. The way that I look at the Tush Push is just a lead ISO or a power play, but just kind of getting everyone closer to the line of scrimmage. And over the years that the Philadelphia Eagles have been running it, no one's really got seriously injured. And Nick Sirianni, the head coach for the Philadelphia Eagles, he was once the OC for the Indianapolis Colts, which they subbed in Jacoby Brissett inside the red zone to actually get the touchdown. And most teams can't do what the Philadelphia Eagles are attempting to do. If you can't stop it, that's your problem. Watch film. Control the two A gaps.
I agree. Thank you, Nick Ferguson, for that. I appreciate that. Here's the way I'm looking at it. Is at the very end. Sure, he went all football nerd on us and explaining a lot of stuff in regards to that. Blah, 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 blah. But here's the thing. At the end of the day, it's just like, adjust then. Figure out how to stop it. Can you stop it? Oh, we can't stop it based on how it's designed. Okay, figure it out. Figure it out. My goodness. The fact that only one team came out and said we need to ban it tells me that not everybody agrees. Here's what's interesting. I put a poll up on Twitter. I forgot the NFL. I put, should the NFL ban the Tush Push? That's what I should have said. Yes or no? Pretty simple. 42% say yes. 57, it's 42.1 say yes. No's are at 57.9% as of right now. It's pretty split down the middle. I know the no's have it as of right now. That can fluctuate, right? But the way I look at it is what Nick said at the very end. Then figure out how to defend it. That's your job, right? Kind of like he was saying the Wildcat was taking people by storm and people were freaking out over that for like a season or two. Then they figured it out, then shut it down. Figure it out. And if you're a team that's not trying to do the Tush Push in your offense, start doing it. Start practicing it. Make it so everybody's doing it. Guess what? Eventually, a defensive coordinator is going to figure it out and learn how to stop the Tush Push. They're gonna. On a regular basis. But good for the Philadelphia Eagles on figuring something out and doing it. And nobody knows how to stop it. Good for them. Good for them. Fucking stupid. You better ban it. This isn't fair. This is so unfair. Is it though? Is it? Things aren't going my way. You better ban it. Better ban it. I had a lot of people responding to the John Cena thing yesterday with the WWE. Listen, I don't follow WWE. I grew out of it when I was an early teenager. I can't really judge you if you watch it and you're an adult. I mean, publicly, I'm not going to judge you. Silently, yes, I am. I am. I don't I don't understand people that pay money to go see it at, say, Ball Arena or wherever else, wherever you live. It doesn't make sense to me, but if you find joy in it, go. Do it. If you get upset with it, then I'm really questioning you. Like, don't get upset. Be like, what? John Cena, you piece of shit. Now you're a bad guy? What? What? No. John Cena? No. Somebody did ask, they're like, I wonder if John Cena is going to continue to do so much of those Make-A-Wish things. And I'm like, I would hope so. I mean, listen, guys, newsflash, guess what? Oh, hold on. I think I have it. Hold on.
It's breaking news.
Oh my God.
Breaking news.
This just in. If you didn't know, WWE stands for wait, is it worldwide? Whatever. World Wrestling Entertainment. It's entertainment, guys. It's not a fucking sport. It's fake. It's all scripted. Yes, there's injuries. You got to be athletic to do it. But it ain't real. It's fantasy. They're playing a role. John Cena goes home. Guess what? He's not a bad guy. All the other guys that play bad characters, guess what? They're not horrible people. Same goes for the people that are in your favorite TV shows and movies. They're not well, some of them might be dicks. Some of them probably are. But you see what I'm saying? It's a character. What? I know. That's why I played the breaking news. What does WW stand for? Stands for I'm sorry. I should have. Stands for what? World Wrestling Entertainment. Yeah, I wasn't that far off. Come on. It wasn't. Some of you are like, oh my God, he doesn't know it's World Wrestling Entertainment. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Go back to your mom's basement, turn on the TV and watch your wrestling, okay? Bunch of guys bulked up, allegedly, steroid popping dudes, all sweaty, rolling around with each other. Whatever floats your boat, buddy. Okay? Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying, I don't get it. Don't get it one bit. I know so many guys that are right around my age that love it. Zach, there's a guy I used to work with, loves it. Loves it. Another guy I used to work with, my former boss, loves it. It's just wild to me. Again, there's no harm in it. There isn't. I just think it's stupid. Ladies, do you find it attractive if a guy likes WWE? Or is it kind of like, ugh, I don't know. If I put a Twitter poll up about that, ladies, do you think it's unattractive? Okay, I would say something like to the effect of, is it attractive or unattractive if a guy likes WWE? And then I would just put those as the two options. You, as a guy that likes WWE, would be like, this is so dumb, but you'd be looking at those numbers. You would. You'd be like, oh, God. Yes, no. Yes, no. Oh. Then if it goes against you, you'd have trouble sleeping that night. I'm just saying, them's the facts. They's the facts. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining the show today. If you want to participate in the show, I love it when you do. hit me up on social media at DeHuff Podcast. Or you can get me on email, dehuffpodcast@gmail.com, and we'll get you on the show. Whatever you want to contribute, whether it's a funny story, just a random question, whatever, go ahead, hit me up, send it to me, and then we'll get it on. As long as it doesn't suck. But you know what? To be honest, most of the time I read those too. Anyway, big thanks to Nick Ferguson for allowing me to steal his audio. Again, if you want to follow Nick on YouTube, at Nick Ferg, Ferg show. That's on YouTube. You got to go check it out. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful day. Hopefully you laughed a little bit. Big thanks to Roof Goat USA. Go ahead and check them out. If you need any sort of roof repairs, whether it's the whole roof or just some fixes, go ahead, call the Roof Goat USA. Also, big thanks to Bet Online. Go ahead, check them out at betonline.ag. You guys are amazing. Have a wonderful day. Let's continue to move forward. I'll talk to you next time.